This is Richard Kusiolek with GMCstreamTV, and we're very lucky today to have a representative of Panasonic, and I'm going to let her introduce herself. We're here at Tampa, Florida for a very big event referred to as SOFIC, which is connected with the warfighter, if you will, and also very close to the command of US SOCOM. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce my guest, and I'll let her kind of take it from here, and if I have any questions, I'll certainly will interject them.
I'm Tammy Teague. I'm with Panasonic. I'm on the Army team. I'm a Senior Territory Account Manager covering specifically Special Forces, Special Operations, and the Intel community. And I have been at Panasonic for about 2.5 years, having been in the IT industry for coming up on 30 years this year.
Wow.
So
great.
been around a little bit.
Yes.
Panasonic, this particular division is with the Mobility Division, and so we sell ruggedized tablets and laptops to the military. I'm under the federal team.
Sure.
So all of our products are sort of purpose-built for that group of people, as well as others, of course. But we specialize in the military, and I'm specifically on the Army team. So we're here at SOFIC in support of SOCOM, as you mentioned, to just kind of show them some of the new products that we have and existing products that they're using now, and just to make sure that they're aware of the new products that are out there on the horizon. So I've got a new one. It's called the CF33, which will be announced on Thursday. And this is a fully rugged 2-in-1 laptop.
You want me to hold anything, or you just, I'm here?
I'll show you.
You want my knee here?
It's okay.
Okay.
All right, so this is a fully rugged IP65,
Okay.
meaning that it's rated for dust and water ingress, so that it will actually not ingress any dust or water. And it's a 2-in-1 tablet, meaning that it detaches and it actually comes out and can be turned around. And it actually can be turned around and laid flat. This particular model has an extended life battery on it, so this will get about 20 hours. And because of that, it doesn't lay flat, but you can get a flush model without the extended battery and still get about 10 hours of full shift. But yeah, 20 hours is very substantial.
I mean, very substantial, because I think the average is 10. So I've talked to a lot of warfighters, and so that's pretty exciting.
This is exciting, and it's and that's 20 with pretty heavy usage. So, and the cool thing about the batteries, Panasonic, as you know, makes a great deal of things, including batteries. We're pretty darn good at that. So these particular batteries, and this is a hand-built sample, so it doesn't show everything.
Sure.
But these are 2 different batteries.
Yeah, you might want to show it in the camera a little bit. There you go.
Okay. Those are 2 different batteries, and on a production unit, it will have lights to let you know green and red on which battery you can hot swap out.
Oh, wow.
So you know which one is charged completely. So.
Are they very heavy?
The batteries themselves? These particular batteries add about 0.8 pounds to this. So that does add some heft to this particular model. So the other ones would be a little bit lighter, of course.
Sure. But you actually need that when you're thinking about battery life, especially in a combat situation. You know?
Right. There's something to be said for not having to carry a bunch of batteries on you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Or power packs, because a lot of those guys wear so much on their bodies to maintain the power. So this particular one is an i5 model, i5 Intel processor. There's also going to be an option for an i7, 256 or 512 SSD, and either 8 or 16 gig of RAM, the standard. We'll probably see some upgrades down the road. It does have quite a few ports on the keyboard portion.
Yeah, let's look at those.
Yeah, so we can get multiple USBs, an SD drive there, true serial, which is a necessity for a lot of our military customers based on radios and things that they use.
Oh yeah, wow.
So those are the different ports there. This one also has a smart card reader, or a CAT card reader, built in.
Wow.
Which still maintains its IP65 rating once it's in there and the door is locked. And because we know sometimes folks have issues with forgetting that they have their CAT card in their unit, especially when it's sealed like that. So we've created a utility that shows up on the dashboard, or down on the bottom on the start bar, just to remind them that their CAT card is in there as well.
Okay, great.
We recognize
That's a good point, sure.
That can be an issue sometimes. So, this does have front and rear cameras, but we do have options to remove those or disable them for folks that are in a skiff scenario where they can't have cameras or wireless type configurations. So that is the CF33. It will be announced tomorrow at 7 o'clock.
And so is this already within the contract process, or are you just kind of in the front of that process?
We're in front of that right now. So it'll be announced. When it's announced, it'll be ready to ship.
Okay.
And so we could start delivering as early as June, depending on the configuration.
Oh, wow.
There will be other products that will come, docking stations for vehicles and that sort of thing, and different keyboards. There's a thin keyboard that has no electronics in it, so it's a little bit lighter, but the keyboard really doesn't add that much heft.
Right.
And so we'll be shipping this in as early as June. And then hopefully we'll be getting it on contracts.
Great. I know you will. I'm just kind of curious as far as environments. So when you say environments, is it mostly kind of environments you find in Afghanistan, or, I mean, can a SEAL use it?
Certainly we don't recommend that you swim with it, but
right, okay. All right.
But no, it's absolutely designed for those high heat or low temps, extreme temps. But it's also designed for police departments that can be used in their vehicles, which would get hot or cold, extreme temperature change again. So it's not just military that could use it, and certainly utility companies might use it out in the field.
Sure.
There will be some straps, some hand straps that will attach here and here to the tablet so they can hold it. Whether that's military looking at something for maps or that sort of thing, or police departments or even utilities, then they'll have that access and hang on to it. So.
Wow. I was also thinking about what type of operating system, what type of software you're running on this.
This will come with Win 10.
Okay.
There is a version coming out that will support Windows 7.
Okay.
But Microsoft is doing away with support for Windows 7 in October. But we recognize that the Army and the military in general is not really completely ready for the Win 10 migration, so we will have a Win 7 option. Oh,
good. That's a good option too, because I know a lot of people don't like. I hope Mr. Gates is not listening. The one that's the 10.
Right. It's a little bit of a change for sure, and the government doesn't tend to move that quickly. They like to do a lot of testing and make sure that things are ready to go.
Sure.
So they're going to have to move a little faster.
Well, this it looks very elegant. And maybe you can just hold it up here a little bit. Kind of that angle, and we'll kind of move it a little bit. Okay. Is there anything else you want to comment about? Maybe some other, this the key one is really the product. Is there anything else you want to share with us?
We do have some other products I didn't bring today, but we do have a smaller version of this called the CF20, which is a 10-inch 2-in-1 detachable. It has sort of the same features where it can be turned around and laid flat, provided it doesn't have anything in what we call the gadget area. But that one weighs about 3.9 pounds. It's very lightweight, but it is also fully rugged. It's got a built-in CAC reader that sits in the back and pops up, and we have an option to add a second battery on the keyboard, which will get 16 to 18 hours of usage using that.
So the entire motherboard is actually produced in the United States, or is produced in Japan?
We have factories in Japan, and where the products are assembled there. We do some integration and some modifications per customer specs in the United States. We have a couple places that can support us for that as well.
Yeah, I think the final question, because this is the big issue everywhere, cybersecurity. So can you say anything about some security aspects to the product?
As far as software?
Well, it could be software, as you well know, software, hardware.
Well, we do support, like I said, the CAC reader to make sure that we've got security there for PKI for the government, and then we're pretty good at locking down the software and the units, and we can modify them, from a cyber perspective, like I was saying before, with no cameras or that sort of thing for a skiff environment.
Well, I want to thank you very much. Do you have any further comments? I think this is really exciting. I hope everybody is going to be looking at this product, and I think the United States Army should really seriously, finish the contract and get this thing going, because we do know that the warfighters really need these types of products to meet their mission, and also to provide them with the ability to stay in the fight.
Absolutely, and as the military moves towards smaller, lighter, faster, these types of two-in products really provide the ability
Okay.
to go on the fly, have the full
Sure.
keyboard if they need it, but take it in a pack or
Okay.
as they jump out of an airplane, that sort of thing,
Right.
and really be able to complete their
Right.
mission safely with a product that they know will
Yeah.
last.
Boy, that's a good way to end our conversation. I want to thank you very much. It's been great chatting with you here Wednesday, and again, I know this will be very successful, and I can see why Panasonic has you as a account
Thank you.
individual. So
Thank
okay,
you very much.
thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.
You bet.
Welcome to the next chapter of rugged mobility. Meet the fully rugged Panasonic Toughbook CF33. Lighter, thinner, yet tough enough to withstand the harshest work conditions. Designed with input from some of the hardest working mobile professionals. We're redefining rugged mobility. The Toughbook CF33 2-in-1 detachable laptop is engineered to meet the demands of the extraordinary. Brighter, sharper, with more viewing area. We're equipping workers to go anywhere and achieve anything, no matter what that work looks like.